the Indian. And ladies and gentlemen, last I left off, I got all the decals on, and not a whole lot, but I did manage to get them on last night and early this morning. You can see on the side here, got the Indian on the gas tank, and of course the 99. Now on the 99 on this side, I got to touch it up just a little bit of black paint. It wasn't a scratch, and that's even respraying the decal sheet with extra decal bonder. It's just, that's why I always harp on, if you get aftermarket decals, spray them again. I mean, you can't go wrong, and it just protects them, I think, even more. But I think it turned out pretty darn slick. So after I touch that up, I'm going to get him off the stand here, and I'm going to add just a very little bit of like pigment powder, and I mean, it's going to be light on there. It's not going to be real heavy, and we're going to lighten up a few little areas and blend in everything, and I think we'll be ready to rock and roll on the Indian. So anyway, there is that, and then I'll shoot it with a dull coat, and we'll call that good. Floyd himself, I got the decals on him as well. Got his 99 on the back, whatever it says on the front there. I need to get my glasses on, something. Can't see that far close. So anyway, got that. Got both them on. And on his shoulders, it even says Floyd. So I got that on it. Might be able to see it. It's awfully, if you got good eyes, you might be able to see it. I'm over 40 eyes, so I have to have 8 of the glasses to put them on. So I got them on. And a lot of people, they like a decal system. And this is what I use. And I've said it several times. And I even got me a little palette here. 1, 2, 3. And that's the system I use, the Vallejo system. 1 is gloss varnish. You want not the medium. That's where you make glossy paint. You want the varnish to make the glossy surface. Always put the gloss down. I don't care. You know, just makes decal slide better, and it helps with silvering. So after number 1 there, I go to number 2, which I had to write on the, of course I write them on the bottom of the bottles, so even I don't get confused. Decal fix, kind of a surface prep, surface glue, if you want them. Well, that's kind of what that is. You put that on. Now, I don't know if you're really supposed to let it dry. I kind of like to do it a little bit wet on wet. And when I say wet on wet, is after the gloss coat is dry, I put this on, and I let that dry for a little bit. I really just kind of leave it on there. Then I put the decal on top of that. That way that has, to me, it works better, but you know, it might work better some way else. So decal fix is number 2. And the third one is the decal softener. Now this helps get into the nook crannies, and it really helps see. I would say, let me say this, where is Mr. This was on clear decal film, the white here, and the edges on the body wouldn't stick up. The, what are they called? Decal softener, decals softener for those you up north. If you put it around the edges, it really blends in with the model, and it gets a lot of the air out and everything. So there, and it dries. I want to say matte finish, dull coat almost. You almost really don't need a sealer on it, but I'll shoot a sealer just to protect everything. But anyway, I think it turns out real nice, and I really like the way the Vallejo system works, and that's the way I'm going to always probably do decals, unless there's something else that comes along the way. But anyway, that's where I am on Floyd and the Indian. So we'll do one more, kind of show him up. I'll show him with the interchangeable heads and get everything sealed so we can really touch him, and I'll show him off in the next video. Type 94. Again, not a whole lot. I didn't get a whole lot done. I did get a couple of parts glued on the side there, which my next step is to get the fenders on. And let me go move lunch here. Next step, we're trying to go. I want to get the fenders on, and then basically got most of the subassembly done. It's just adding hatches, and of course the turret will be last. But other than that, I want to add that, get that to the hole, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll on the Type 94. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. Type 94. is slowly taking shape, and Floyd and the Indian, it got its decals. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for next exciting episode.